Hi, everybody out there. Welcome to ThNOT. Welcome to Thursday Night on Tour. I am Nick Cartell. This is the first time that you're joining me on this live. I play Jean Valjean on the national tour of Les Mis, and I do these Thursday night lives to give what goes into like our day to days with social media and all the ins and outs of being on tour. So if you have your questions, uh, Christine is also monitoring the chat, so you can drop them in there, and we're just going to be answering questions and talking about our lives out on the road. Come on in. Hello. We're live on ThNOT tonight,
great.
Amanda. We're back. And again, if you're joining me for the first time, this is Amanda Levens.
Hey.
And she is our head of the hair and wig department here on Les Mis, so she's going to get me into my wig for the evening show. So, hi.
Hi. I can speak.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yes.
We're good.
Yeah. All right. Well,
What's the topic today?
The topic is
touring as
how
a
we
family.
do this.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
How we do it.
How we do
get that question a lot.
We do get this question a lot, which is also one of the reasons that we decided to come on here together and answer it, because we do get a lot of questions about like
this one.
What it's like being on tour. Like, Christine, what's your favorite part about touring?
What is my favorite part about touring? I think my favorite part about touring is just getting to go to different places that I would probably never go otherwise, and showing them to our daughter. She's been to more places at Not Yet 5 than probably most Americans. I would
Very
guess.
true.
I would guess
True.
she's already used her passport. And her favorite cities are places that I didn't get to go to until I was a full-fledged adult. So that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I think that's probably my favorite part. But what about you, Nick? What's your favorite part of touring besides doing the show?
It's fun having I mean, we have a 4-year-old daughter, and she
4 3/4
is obviously on the tour. 4 3/4.
Get it right or pay the price.
And she's been touring for now most of her life.
Literally over half her life now,
over half of her life has been on tour. And that's pretty cool. Like you were saying, but it can be trying at times. It can be difficult. What do you think is the hardest part of touring for us?
Packing.
Yeah.
Packing and trying to stay underweight on the days that we have to fly, and figuring out what to keep on the road, what to send back. It's like when we have longer sits, it's both easier and harder, because when you're sitting somewhere for longer, somehow you require more stuff, and you have to figure out where to put it all at the end of the stay. But 1 weekers are hard too, because you feel like you're packing back up as you've just gotten settled somewhere. So
and right now it's also even more difficult, because last week
when we went back for the layoff in November is when I sat down and I literally went and researched what are the average temperatures in all of the cities we are about to be in, so that we knew what we could leave at home and what we needed to bring back out before we'd be back again, in order to swap things out. And getting things sent home, that's easy. You can send stuff home without a problem. It's getting the stuff that you will need in the next season. That's and I think once we get past Salt Lake City, we should be fine for a bit. But
it's going to be spring and summer.
It's going to exactly.
And that's going to be it's you're still traveling that big winter coat, because when we get to Salt Lake City, it's still going to be in the 40s,
in the mountains.
And so it's in the mountains, and you're going to want to go and do wintry stuff, because it's still winter.
I want to try to go skiing.
There you go.
We have questions.
So someone asked,
go ahead.
Best travel. Wait, okay. Do you always travel as a family, or do you, Christine, and your daughter ever take time off?
Yeah, so we've been traveling as a family the entire time. There have been certain cities where Sully and I have gone.
Thank you.
Bye, Amanda. Where Sully and I have gone to, when we were in Cleveland for tech, right? Sully and I took some time and went and visited family, because it was a short drive. And speaking of, come say hi quickly. Speaking of you. All right, go back and watch your show. I'll tell you when to come back.
I'm watching Animaniacs
from the 90s.
Oh, great.
We found them, yeah. Because we're good parents. So like we've gone like back to see family, or we've, kind of taken detours and stuff like that. But generally speaking, we've been on the road. We haven't gone home back to New York at any point. I've gone back and
Correct.
forth for hosting gigs and things like that by myself. But no, Sully and I are on the road full time.
Yeah.
So
And so that's also trying because, it's hard to tell a kid, "Oh, you know what? We can't, as much as you really want the big Gabby's dollhouse for Christmas or for your birthday, we can't get that
it's
yet."
the size of her.
Because
It's the
because
size of her.
it's the size of her, where if we were in our apartment, it might be something we would think about, but being out on the road, we're
Totally.
like, "Well, we can't do that because we don't have the room to travel it." And so
And
that's always difficult too.
she's amazing because she
Amazing.
does understand that. Like she gets
Yeah.
that, and it's,
Yeah.
and we definitely, like, just today, like, we try to make sure that she has really fun experiences, just because
We
she's a
went to an
kid.
indoor bounce house,
We did,
and it
and
was
we bounced. We
fun.
all bounced. It
We
was
all
fun. It
bounced
was fun.
together. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Blazing Bouncers. Is that what it was called?
I think that was it here in Lubbock, Texas, because it was a
Best
great time.
best travel
Travel
tips.
tips.
Ooh, there's a few. Packing cubes are life
Packing
changing.
cubes. Packing
Um,
cubes are really, really great. A luggage scale,
a luggage scale, 2
100%.
of them. 2 of them we have.
Yep,
Digital
yep.
ones are better, but just always give yourself an extra couple of pounds because those scales at the airport are not calibrated the same as yours.
Always.
We see you. She says hi,
Hi,
daddy.
Sullivan.
Okay, go back, go
Hi
back.
there.
I told you I'd tell you when it's your cue. Um, Other travel tips, I would say one, like, 'cause I do most of the logistics planning for us. Like, I will find our housing
She really
in
does.
each
Yeah.
city, and I will. I make sure that when we need a rental car, that it's within the allotted amount. And the thing that I've learned about rental cars is that can you hear her in the
No,
background?
we're
Okay.
good.
Oh, okay, good. I've got your product. Okay, good. She's very active imagination, and she's playing with Gabby's dollhouse that she's made out of mega tiles. Anyway, the thing I found out about rental cars is that I will go and I will, do the thing where you reserve a car, and I'll do it months in advance or weeks in advance, whatever. But I keep checking because the closer you get to the date, oftentimes, this is not true in the current city that we're in, but oftentimes car rental prices go down the closer you get. Now, I don't know how long that's going to be true considering what the economy may or may not do, but currently that's a true statement. And also we don't like to book Airbnbs that have 48-hour cancellation policies. We learned the hard way.
That's just us. But
Yeah.
I would say that, like, all of those, the travel tips would be like, just give yourself the luxury of being able to book something that is cancelable without
Yeah.
an extra fee. You
And
know
that
what I
goes for
mean?
rental cars. That goes for rental cars
Rental
too,
cars as well. Are there any other company
because you
members
never
with
know.
their families? Exactly, with their families traveling on the road. There are. There are a few company members that also have their families on the road. David Andino, who plays Bamata Batois in the show, his family travels with him,
Hmm.
and his wife and his 3 kids, and a cat and a dog, I believe. And then there's
Yes.
also Jenna Burns, who is one of the women in our female identifying ensemble. She travels with her son Adam and
Who's
her
about to
husband.
be a year old.
He's about to be a year old. He's gonna have his
Yeah.
first birthday. So
Yes.
she actually she took a medical leave in order to have him and have some time off and came
Yep.
back. So there's a lot of there are families, and it is doable. It is something that is doable. Does it take adjustment and figuring out and time? Yes.
But it also takes a partner who's a partner
100%.
and who is
100%.
willing to live this life with you, even though it may not be forever. It's an adjustment, and
It's it
there
is
are sacrifices that you
100%.
have to be willing to make, right?
Yeah. Yep. But
So
it is keeping us together. And someone said, "Wow, it's a lot. I'm sure that Sully would rather be with both of you than have a dollhouse in the long run." And we hope that that is true as
I
well,
hope so. I hope
because
so.
we also we try to find toys that will double as other things, right? So she loves magnetiles, so we do magnetiles that then just
That could be
mount.
anything.
That could be anything.
Yeah.
And right now it's a dollhouse. She's actually built the
Mhm.
dollhouse for the Gabby Cats and all the things. So,
Yes.
will you think it's strange for Sully when she starts school and not always touring? Um, well, or will it be strange for her? It might be. It might
Probably. I would
be.
think
I mean,
so.
there's going to be an adjustment for anybody after they get off the road.
She gets to be just in her place, in her
room. Look
room.
back on this time.
She does.
Which she misses. She does miss. But we hope that, she looks back at this time with, as being an adventure and something that, we have so many pictures and videos. There's a former company member, Eden, and she and her brother, her parents were on the national tours of Phantom of the Opera and Les Miserables, back when the Turntable and the original Phantom toured. And she was on tour. She and her brother were on tour with them from the ages of 3 to 7, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
And before we went out on the road, we were in rehearsal, and I knew that she had been out on the road with her family before. And I said, "Can I ask you, like, what was that like? Did you think that was it good? Was it bad?" She goes, "Honestly, it was the best thing that ever happened." She goes, "I'm still best friends with my parents because of it. We're really close, and it really is. I look back at those times with so much joy about just being in the theater, and one of the things that she told me was, she goes, I will always remember the smell of the fog in Phantom. She goes, that's the thing, but it doesn't take me back to Phantom. It takes me back to being backstage with my parents." And I was like, that's really cool. So, we hope that that'll also be true for Sully, when she gets.
Yeah, I asked her this morning if she likes her life and if she likes traveling. She's like, "Yeah, I love it." And I'm like, "Cool. I hope that that's not because she really doesn't know anything else." But she does like going to new places, and she likes like exploring a new hotel or exploring a new Airbnb and getting to have different bedrooms and going to different playgrounds. Because that's really her question. We know where are we going? What's the next city? Have I been there before? And will there be a playground? Is there an option for homeschooling? Yeah, there's always an option for homeschooling. There's always an option. We're doing the things that we need to do back at home in New York for schooling there. Because we only know what happens up until September of this year. We don't know what happens beyond that. So we're trying to cover all of our bases and doing. It was you. Ha! Thank you, Anna and Kevin. It was you. Ha!
All right. Well, that was my fault then. I'm also on a company Wi-Fi, so there's multiple people that are on this. So if it freezes again, that is my fault.
It's okay. I can keep talking. That's not a problem for me. I can keep talking. Yeah, baby. Should we plug it in? Okay.
Just to plug in her iPad.
Yeah. I mean, it's always exciting. It's getting to see different theaters is very cool. Some of these houses are gorgeous. The one that you're playing right now is 4 years old. It's brand new. I can't wait. Sully and I have not been there yet, but it's beautiful from the pictures that I've seen. So I'm very excited to get to see it in person. And we take pictures in every city with Nick and Sully center stage looking out at the house. So I'm sure I'll compile that when this tour is over. Not the fog for me, but I noticed when I saw the tour for the second time, I found it funny how much people started coughing after the battle at the barricade with all the blanks. Do you mean on stage, or do you mean in the audience? In the audience.
And that is it's kind of crazy that it tickle and it's happening. Stifle coughing so that way then I can continue to do this. The fog does get some people too. It does get some people too, even though it's completely safe and approved by the union. If it can tickle you the wrong way and it can dry you out.
Oh my God. Is that real?
Let's see here. Saw you twice as Jean Hartford. Where are you going next on tour? So our next stop after this, we head to Albuquerque.
Ooh, tell them your favorite thing about Albuquerque.
We head to Albuquerque.
That you didn't know until you played there.
Come on in. Hello, we're live. We're live on ThNOT.
Oh no!
It's all right. Come say hi.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to my wife.
Hi.
Oh, hi, wife.
Hi, other wife.
Hey. We're talking about being on tour and what it takes to do this as a family and all the things that brings.
And Nick was about to tell him his favorite thing about Albuquerque that he didn't know until he played there last time.
is the altitude. It's actually higher altitude than Denver. And so that makes breathing somewhat difficult. So just like in Denver, there's oxygen backstage for the performers because it can sneak up on you. And so that is definitely something that we are looking forward to in the next little stint on tour.
We're looking forward to oxygen tanks.
We're looking forward to oxygen tanks, being able to breathe. But we have.
Oh, you've got fans, Tori. Says Tori, love, love, love her. We do too. We do too.
Yay! Well,
wait,
folks,
hold on a second.
that is
Sully.
the 5-minute call.
Sully.
What?
Sullivan.
Oh.
She's got her headphones on.
Yep. So it's time for me to get on stage. Us to get on stage.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, I know.
Sullivan!
Well, I've got my.
Sullivan!
Come on.
Sullivan K. Cartell!
Come on up.
Here we go.
Come on, say what you want to say.
Hi, baby.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Hi, Tori. Hi.
Somebody's just had a fudgesicle.
Oh, I see.
What did you want to say to Daddy? What do you say to
All right,
Daddy before a show?
Don't suck and we love you and we stay here. Remember, like, you know, you're calling your break character.
Good job.
Thank you. All right. I love you both. Honey, thanks for joining me on this live.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome,
We
darling.
love you, honey.
We love you. Mwah.
Mwah.
And we'll see you all on Saturday night
This is
on
not-
ThNOT Live on Instagram.
It's just the name I've always had.
And with that, we're going to go. We'll see you Saturday night on ThNOT. Thanks for joining us on ThNOT. We'll see you next week. And we'll see you at the theater. Bye, everybody.
Bye.